So let's see what they give us first. A map. That is not good at all. I don't care about map. The problem with Friday the 13th is I really don't get many fails in that game. If I had some, I'd definitely include them. I have not done I've talked about doing a multi-world with Bedwell Blackburn, but I haven't actually done one. Like he was doing a multi-world with a couple other people, and it's like, oh, that seems, and then he's like, hey, you should join us sometime. And I definitely do that. The problem is I don't really have a very good schedule right now. My oldest daughter has dance, my youngest daughter has cheer and gymnastics, and until dance is done at the end of the month here, January is incredibly busy. We're busy, we have either a competition or travel every weekend this month. Nothing, 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 yes. Hey Chaser, welcome in, hope you're having a good Saturday. Welcome in Daggerman, hope your Saturday's going well. I could try a solo multi-world. I think there's, those exist. Like, I do SMZ3 on occasion if I don't have to, like, if I have a full day off and nothing else going on. Oh, what's up? There we go. Always nice to get a bottle before you go into CAC. Actually, ooh, hammer. I mentioned the wood pixel art in Narthex's stream last night, and he seemed very interested in it, so I referred him to your Twitch and the Instagram. Everyone loves wood pixel art. My youngest daughter has not been doing the 6-7 thing that much right now, which I don't know if that's good or bad. It used to be like constant. She would seek out like if the clock said 6:07 or something. Oh yeah, I saw his post on Facebook about that. Thanks for the 67 bits, Chaser. Why did the alert not play? There's supposed to be an alert that plays with that. Is Mix It Up broken? That's weird. Huh. Yep, yeah, let me know what you're looking for and I can see if I can get down there at some point. I know he hasn't put out the whole trade yet. Is there something in particular, like, have you talked to him about holding it, or did you want me to just go down and see if they have it? Because I do need to go there, and I do need to buy a legitimate SNES controller instead of this, this third-party one, because my real controllers, did not have functioning down buttons. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you see something you want, just let me know and I can, I'll go see if I can get a hold of it. I know he said they were posting the rest of the N64 trade. I think tomorrow, maybe? Hey, Underground, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Moon Pearl. Yeah, like the best item in the game. We are stocked. I think a Scottish Brave did some solo multi-worlds before. 2 bottles and a shield. I don't have the money to pay the bottle vendor. We're gonna have to do another trip down here. I mean, I do have Samaria, but with this controller, I cannot get Icebreaker to work. So I either forgot how to do Icebreaker while I was missing a bunch of weekends for the holidays, or it's the controller. Either one is potentially correct. I have 3 of them, but they all have various buttons that are broken. Either down, select, or start. And I kind of need those buttons for everything, so that's why I actually need to go to press start at some point, because I have to put the bomb down first. So I can pick up a legitimate SNES controller again. I mean, I have pads, but I'm not good enough to actually repair them. I tried repairing my childhood NES controller and I made it worse. That's the best kind of day, where you can just sit there and get caught up on games. Yeah, it could have Laura definitely seems like she would do something like that. Okay, they did not give us any bombs. So yeah, we were gonna, when we had people over for New Year's Eve, one of the guys and I, we have an annual New Year's Tetris match on Tetris Dr. Mario. And I only had one controller, this one, that had a usable down button that could have worked properly. So we had to postpone that. I really don't like the D-pad on this controller is really touchy. And I think that's the problem with Icebreaker. It's really precise. It's not an easy trick, and you have to be in the right spot. You have to turn and be half a pixel, be 1 pixel into the door exactly to clip into to do the wall clip. And I did get it once with this controller, but then I spent 5 minutes trying it last time, and I'm just like, I'm wasting time. We're just gonna go and do this the long way. I'll take a fire shield. Look out, blind. We're protected now. You can't do anything. I wish I knew how to rebuild and fix controllers like that. Like Ugly Owl can do that. He makes his own controllers. The cape, we're gonna take that. Not gonna bypass a cape. Hopefully that cape doesn't mean that we're doing AGA 1 though. Three, 4, 5. Actually, I think what we'll do here is we're gonna actually do early Agina. Oh yeah, no worries about that. If you were in town, awesome, but it's nothing to make it, like, to worry about. I think a new controller costs, like, what, 15 bucks? Well, not a new used controller. There is something going on above my head right now. One for the wall, one for Agina. That's why we throw bombs at you. Gotta give more than 20 bucks, Agina. Ooh, our first compass, and it is to Ice Palace. Let's see, I have nothing. Wait. I did get a boomerang. Why didn't I mark that down? Yeah, there's like I know Owl puts God, what do you call it? Like skins on them or something, and they look really cool. But like, I'm very partial to dog bone controllers. I just think they feel better, and unfortunately, my second dog bone controller is starting to show wear. So I'll be down to 1. Then I'll have to use one of my like 14 bricks. Or I mean, I could just start using like streaming on my PC with an emulator or something, but I know there's just something special about playing on a real Super Nintendo or a real Nintendo on your TV. Uh-oh. Got him. Okay, I gotta be careful now. If I get knocked in the pit, we're dead. So we're just gonna do it that way. We'll take the easy way out on that. Better safe than dead. The mitts. That is Dark World access. At 10 minutes. Yeah, the Dogbone controllers just feel more comfortable to me. Uh-oh. Watch out for that crab. They hurt a lot. Like, they don't have the points on them. They feel closer to a Super Nintendo controller. Like, the original Super Nintendo controller is probably my favorite controller that's ever been made. PS1 was very good too. Uh-oh. Settle down, crab. Alright, we got the Moon Pearl, so a fake flipper will work here. I don't even have to set up a water walk. I mean, I guess I still can, just because it's going to be a little faster, but then we can go to the hobo. Almost got clipped. I know my brother liked the brick over the dog bones too, which worked out for me, because then if we were doing something two-player, I'd take the dog bone and he'd take the brick. Alright, that's just bombs. So we can hit the hobo here, then we can fake flipper out. Got the Moon Pearl, so we can sequence break there. Sequence breaks were clutch on the last seed. I sequence broke a fire rod in Waterfall Ferry, where we're going next here, and that ended up letting me get 3 dungeons without double dipping that weren't in logic at that point. Wow, the microphone is picking up the A button on this controller. That's not good. I might have to update the limiter on that. I don't want button presses going through. It was bad enough when it did that on the NES Advantage. Uh-oh. There's a fireball. We're safe. I was really worried that fireball was gonna snipe me. If you don't have flippers and you get hit by something the game doesn't know what to do and you soft lock. Wow, 20 whole bucks. Ooh, bottle of blue though. I will take a free blue. Alright, now where do we want to go next? I mean, I probably should be going into the Dark World right now. I've got Dark World access. There's a lot there. Actually, maybe I'll hit Hype Cave and we'll do South Dark World after this. Work all those in. Green Pendant Pod. It's like, I've done streams like playing, when I was doing retro achievements and stuff like that, I had to play on my PC, and I'm glad I went here first. And it feels like weird. It's fine, I'm still playing Nintendo games, but I really prefer playing on the actual hardware. Yeah, we'll go do South Dark World, then we'll be done with that. I mean, I guess I could wait to try to route South Dark World in with, like, Smith Chain. But that's 7 items right there, and then I can just save and quit and go back and do Escape. Really glad I found that sword. Watch out for spears. Alright, Johnny, what do you got for us today? A compass, alright. Ganon's Tower, that's still a good compass to have, helps keep track of everything. Doesn't tell me a boss, though. Wow. Virtually no hype. I was really kind of hoping that that would be something useful. Like, there's no compasses either, so I could be going into bosses without knowing what boss is in what dungeon. And that's bad. Swamp and Turtle Rock. So Pod is our green pendant, Swamp and Turtle Rock are red crystals. We get free blues from the Waterfall Fairy. That's right, you missed the spear. Too slow. Wow, got a B with the sword. Okay, getting a lot of junk checks out of the way here. So many junk checks. Actually, let's do the arrow, a couple rounds of arrow game here. Should be a pretty easy way to build up some extra money. Oh no, hit that one perfectly. I thought I almost missed that. Alright. Let's go. Keep playing. Missed. Fail. Almost missed again. Alright, at least we made a profit here. Not as much as I would have liked, but that's fine. Still a lot closer to having Zora money. Let's see some reds. Let's get back over 500. Okay, so that whole thing there, that whole plan, complete bust. Oh, yep, usually I have the camera propped up on my laptop in front of me, and my laptop's upstairs. So it's like, I'll just attach it to the back of the monitor, well, the top of the monitor. I have one monitor off to the side, and then 2 more over here. So it's between the 2 monitors right now. I already bombed Agina. There we go. Alright, Master Sword, very nice. So we're gonna do Escape now, and then we're gonna head to the Dark World. Looks like Village of Outcasts will probably be where, I mean, Aga 1 is in Logic, but we already have Dark World access, and it's 300 rupees on Lumberjack Ledge, so we don't really need to go there. For some reason, it's only the A button that's being picked up on the microphone. Another bottle. Uncle's been drinking. Why am I not checking the stun prize? I have something to stun with. We'll stun in here. Actually, no, we're going by enemies in the basement. Oh no, here's a green. A heart is I really like having hearts as a stun prize. Overall, I think that's probably better than, like, the red 20 or bombs, really good early game. But after you get out of early game, being able to recover a heart just by stunning an enemy is so useful. Wow, mirror shield at 20 minutes. I know a few people who would love this seed. And I didn't even know what else is in store here. I like the mirror shield. It makes laser bridge easy. I was thinking that was the one that dropped the key. This is the one that drops the key. I think I just heard our cat upstairs meowing. I don't think she would be in my daughter's room. Well, the chaos is probably coming. I'm guessing there's going to be lots of chaos. Actually, we need to keep this guy alive so we can death warp out. More bombs, okay. Hurry up. Alright, now we can go sequence break Dark Cross. Probably get nothing there. I mean, there is, like, there's an Eastern dip that's an option. Actually, let's take an extra heart for the snakes here. God, what are they doing? It's like they're jumping on the floor. This music makes me realize just how much I want to... I mean, to do a Mega Man X or Out Matrix Rando, I'd have to use PC. I don't think you can do that on original hardware. But doing a combination X 1, 2, and 3 randomizer would be worth using my PC for. Hurry up. Stupid snake. That's why I was saying hurry up. There we go. If you get to just to the side of the torch here and you lay a bomb, the damage boost will knock you back and you can go straight up into the chest without having to dig around in the dark for it. And I knew that was coming with the snakes in there. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit late. Alright, let's see. What do we do first? I think first we go to Skull Woods once we get in the Dark World. If we're going in the Dark World to the village, at the Village of Outcasts here. I always like to do Skull Woods first, especially since we got Samari. We can go back to the Gibdo room. We'll clear that out, we'll do Village of Outcasts, then we'll get Thieves Town. Well, the front of Thieves Town. Actually, no, we could potentially get all the way through Thieves. That's right, this isn't a key shuffle, this is just compasses. But there's still, I feel like there's got to be some other progression coming soon. I mean, there's a lot of little one-off checks in the Village of Outcasts here. Well, not the village, just the Dark World in general. Like, there's really isolated green spots on the tracker, which is... You want dense places to check, not one-offs. Now here, since we've got Samaria, we don't have to kill the Gibdos, we can just go like this. Yet another reason Samaria is the best item in the game. And for our trouble, we found a map. Just in case, I'm gonna go grab this key. Ow. Well, that works, actually. Accidentally bumping into the wall master is gonna save me about 15 seconds. Because I don't have to run through or do a couple extra screen transitions, we just go. And since we got the key, we can do the proper loop here. Stupid jerk tentacle thing. Alright, that was another key, so we actually didn't need to go all the way over and get that first one. There's 2 items in Skullwoods. One could be in the... Well, no, if one's in the big chest, we'll be able to find at least one here, because one of the items in every dungeon is a Triforce piece. There's one item, and it's the Compass to Thieves. That is really nice. So glad I went here first. Why did I do that? I was so excited about getting the Compass to Thieves that I decided just to fall into a pit. Yikes. Okay, new plan. Alright, so that's the big. We can get the big chest here. If I can do this bomb jump. Don't like the lack of precision on my D-pad here. That's fine, I'll just warp back to here with more health. That's like a pseudo-death warp. It's really hard to get... I don't think I'm close enough on this one. No, I am close enough there. Alright, so the last items are in the back. But we did find all... The Compass to Thieves is nice. That'll let me know if going to the boss is a waste of time or not. Let's see, so we'll check Bumper Ledge over here, and then we'll go into the Village of Outcasts. Bumper Ledge is a heart piece. We do not need Bumper Ledge. Go away, Moose. Now, if I can just get into Thieves Town without dying. If I die in Thieves Town, not... Well, if it's in the front of Thieves Town, not a big deal. Ooh. Like, let's see. Oh, not even close to a health restore from getting heart pieces. Maybe we'll find Sank Heart. Sanctuary Heart gives you full health. Sank Heart? Nope. But now we only need 3 of those to get that full. Yeah, if you can, if Zach's, I mean, Zach knows who I am. So if you tell him that I'd be coming in to get something that you want held, I don't think he'd have any problem with that. Like, you can tell him if he needs to reach out to me to verify that or something, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I have a... I should be able to get out there, like, pretty much, like, even if it's a weeknight or something. It's only about 10 minutes from my house. So, like, if the girls are at practice or something, they're still gonna be open and I could run out there. Come on, good stuff. Ooh, boss. Icky. I mean, technically, I can beat Vitreous with this loadout. It's just gonna be a major pain in the butt. Like, really, really bad. Why am I not using the... Why am I not stun prizing some health? Wow. 3 chests, and they're all dungeon prizes. So everything that we could get here is in the back. What? I was gonna get a heart drop from that. That was just poorly timed running into that thing. Can I stun a Stalfos? No. I was hoping I could stun prize the Stalfos. Wanted the heart. Alright, we are going to get the cape here. My health is not in a great spot. Neither is my magic. I probably should have thought about that. I was planning on using my bottles of green on Vitreous. I mean, it's not like it takes that long to get back into to get to the back of Thieves Town. So it's not completely world ending if I can't beat Vitreous here. But I'm at least gonna try it. My heart. These green things hurt a lot if you get hit. Compass to swamp. Hey, sweetie.
It's right there?
Yeah, it's right there.
Why?
Because the laptop's not here.
Oh, where is it?
It's upstairs.
Oh.
Oh, there it worked. He just cheered 6-7 bits. Chaser did. You know Chaser. He's been at our house. Can you say thank you?
Nice.
Thank you so much for the 6-7 bits. You can't say thank you?
I don't like 6-7.
You don't like 6?
My favorite meme is 21.
Oh, you know memes now.
21.
Hearing your 8-year-old daughter talk memes is not something I was expecting. Are you gonna go to sleep good? Are they being too loud for you upstairs?
I know I just ate popcorn.
Oh, you ate popcorn? What popcorn did you eat? Oh, the pirate's booty? No?
Cause Sissy has a friend over and they decided to
They had like a microwave popcorn?
Yeah, they had microwave
okay.
popcorn. And they had like one big bowl of popcorn there.
Did they bring it into her room or are they eating it in the kitchen?
They eat it. They brought it.
She's not supposed to have food in her room.
And she said that you were fine with it.
No, I wasn't. Remember, she threw that full can of soda
Mommy, you're gonna have to talk to her.
in her garbage can, and then there was a pool of soda in the bottom of her garbage
Mama's
can?
gonna have to talk to her.
It's fine.
No. Daddy, do you see 6-7?
I do see 6-7 there. I thought you didn't like 6-7 anymore. Well, let's not walk in front of the TV.
Hey.
Yep, that's 6 items left in the Palace of Darkness and 7 in Swamp Palace.
6-7. Love you.
All right, love you, sweetie. You sleep good, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Night. Stay warm. Remember, about the blankets and stuff. Okay, perfect. Night. Oh, geez, I bumped it. Nope, still too high. That's better. Actually, I think one of these things will do 4 hearts, so we're just gonna... Uh-oh, watch out. Yeah, one of those things does do 4 hearts. So much for that. I mean, if I can beat Vitreous here, that would be awesome. I hate the hammer. Get away from me. Oh, phew. Okay, that was worth both of my potions. Now I don't have to come back in here and do Vitreous again. I can go back and get those. I can go back and get the freebies. That's not a big deal. Can I do anything else here in the Dark World right now? Not really. I've heard good things about Terranigma. I've never played it, but it's one of those games I've definitely heard people talking about. Assuming it's what I'm thinking of. Is that at Super Nintendo? I might be mixing it up with something else. Oh. Yakety sacks. I want to go get my free blues back. I mean, I am going to be going to Zora. I could go to Zora from 8. I could flute to 8, go to Zora. Get my 2 free blues. Okay, it is the one I'm thinking of then. There is not a lot left right now. And there's an Eastern dip. There's a pod dip. But it'd have to be like the first item in pod, because I don't have... Well, I guess no, the first item could be a key. Alright. We're gonna do it this way. We don't have the flippers yet, but we're gonna utilize the waterfall fairy to get 2 more free blues. I will take 1 bottle of blue, please. And then I will take... Actually, I can take 3 bottles of blue. Hey. There we go. What's up, Helena? Alright, so now we can go to Zora. So we've got a couple things still in logic here. We've got Zora, we've got Spectacle Rock Cave. We have Homie Fish, we have Pyramid Ledge. Then there's like Eastern, there's Pod, we don't need that. Trying to update my tracker while not looking at the game and walking into the water 3 times. So hopefully our progression is here. I'm guessing progression maybe mitts or something like that. Mirror. Hook shot. Hook shot's probably the big one. Wow. Such a fair trade. And I think hook shot's probably the big one. So I mean, there's Spike Cave, but I think what we're gonna do here is we'll do Pyramid Ledge, we'll do Homie Fish, and if there's nothing there, we'll go back and we'll dip Pod. Unfortunately, like, I don't have the compass to pot or anything, so I don't know who the boss would be in there. I do know the boss of Ice Palace, but we can't get in there. We can't get into Swamp either. Usually I have so many more compasses by this point. Hookshot? Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, homie fish, we're running out of stuff, so you are going to give us the goods. Unless, did I miss something on the tracker? No, I did not. I was kind of hoping I just forgot to track something. It's like, oh, you actually have Hookshot. Because Hookshot will open up like all of Death Mountain, and it gives us a lot of good, it gives us a lot more stuff, I think, because I mean Paradox Cave alone is 7 items, plus you get the one in Spiral Cave. But I mean, Mitts would also be fine. The mirror would be good. But instead, we're probably going to get like 3 bombs. Come on, homie fish. Not great. I don't want to go and do pod just yet. I mean, it's probably me saving and quitting there, basically just guaranteed that pod is where my progression is. Because I turned around there. Ooh, Spike Cave though. Spike Cave is oddly in logic this early. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna rescue Gary here. We'll do this sequence break. We'll get Spectacle Rock Cave. And then we're gonna go into the Dark World and we're gonna grab Spike Cave right away. And then this will give us the mountain start for later. Whatever Gary gives us here is not in logic. And it was just $5, so it didn't matter in the slightest. You know, I can get free blues from Waterfall Fairy all I want. I already paid for Zora, so all I really need is the $110 to get into Pod, and that's all the money. All right, just $300, another thing we don't need. I'm gonna go grab that compass. There's a hint tile there. And I've only got a couple compasses, and that can, depending on when I get to that dungeon, that can save so much time. And I already got the compass for Ganon's Tower. Tower of Hera. Ooh, see, that is a really good hint. We know that the magic mirror is locked behind the glove. Once I get the glove, once I get the mitts, I mean, I can go straight to King's Tomb and get the mirror. So just getting that hit, like if that was 10 arrows or something, I would have disregarded the hint tile completely. I would not have went over there. And then we would have never known that the mirror was in King's Tomb. Didn't even have to waste a bottle. And it was all for $5. Okay, so it's either in Pod or Eastern. That is, Pod and Eastern is all that we have left now. I've already pulled everything out of Skull Woods. And it's hard to know the layout of Eastern, of Pod, I mean. Pod could have an item that isn't progression in the first chest, and then we spent a lot of time getting over there for nothing. Or it could have a small key, and we could end up going through pretty much all of Pod. So I'm choosing Eastern here just based on the fact that it's Sphere 0. And anything that's in here could have been picked up 45 minutes ago? Yuck! This is like a molasses start. It's so slow. Alright, we gotta pick up the pace here if we're gonna do a double rando night. The bow in Eastern, that is, Seed's got jokes. The bow, okay, the bow there, actually, it's really good. I went here before Pod. Because now I could actually potentially clear Pod. Well, actually, I don't know how to get through that dark room, but if the big key's not in that dark room, or if we find a lamp, big key, all right, very nice. Hopefully we'll get the very rare Eastern Palace where you don't have to go to the vanilla big key chest. Which means the next two chests would have to have items in them. And odds are one of those would be the map, and we'll be sad. Hey Jacob, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I used to know how to do this, the quick way through this room where only two stealth will spawn, but I don't remember how to do that anymore. Yep, there's the map. We have to go all the way around. Caches with Magic Bat. That would have been good to know earlier. I could have skipped Magic Bat. Now, whatever item is on the right side here is not in logic, because there's no lamp, but we're just going to sequence break and grab this while we're here. So I know this particular item cannot be progression. And I also don't know if going to the boss here is actually... Like, I could get to the boss here in Eastern. What? Oh, I'm out here. Okay. And one of the... Like, there are a lot of bosses I cannot beat with this item loadout. Like, can't beat Cold Stare, can't beat Argus, can't beat Trinex. That's nice. And this could be something that I cannot beat. So I could go through all the trouble of trying to get to this boss here and not be able to finish it. But if I can, that's a second Triforce piece. This dark room is such a pain. Alright, we got the key. Made it! Awesome. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part of getting through there in the dark, is that room right there. I mean, this could all be for nothing. There's so many bosses that are not beatable at this point, but if this is beatable, that's great. We got a second Triforce piece. And then we've got, well, really, then, no, it's still got to be pod. Of course it was try next. Why is it always try next when I go somewhere like that? Whenever it's a dungeon that I'm blindly scouting the boss, it's try next. Okay, so remember about 5 minutes ago when I said I really should have just stuck with pod when I was going to get homie fish and pyramid ledge? I said because my progression's going to be in pod because I decided not to go there. Well, now we know that our progression is in fact in pod. Actually, the mirror would get no, it wouldn't. The mirror would not get us up there. I was like, wait a minute, the mirror would get us to the right side of Death Mountain, but it doesn't because we can't mirror from the light world. So we found our first Trinex. I don't have the compass to pod, but I'm kind of wondering how deep, if the progression is in the first item of pod here. I'm hoping it's not, and pod ends up being bow-locked, and because I went to Eastern first, I ended up saving myself some trouble, because the walk into pod there is just miserable. Okay, so it was bow-locked. So this is actually really good. Now my fumbling into Eastern first, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would have had to come back, go to Eastern, and then come back here, and then I would have been really annoyed. Because I would have had to make the long walk into pod twice. Here, now we have the bow. We can get into right side of pod. There's a hint tile right here. A unique item requires a bomb. That doesn't, I mean, it tells me something, but not a lot. I just ran out of magic. That's the second time I've missed bonking a wall with the boots today. Heart, please. I have the mirror shield. You can't do anything. I have the best shield. All right, key. Key. I mean, unless there's a lamp in here, our progression cannot be in the dark room. Another key. All right, come on. Progression, say it with me. The mitts, okay, there we go. That doesn't open up a ton, but that does give us the mirror. Actually, that opens up Mire. If Mire is ether, I really wish I knew what the boss here was. There's more dark rooms in the back of pod here. I mean, it makes sense, Palace of Darkness and all. But if I can make it to the boss and beat this boss, then I potentially don't have to come back in unless one of these items and there's a required item back there. lamp. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying trying to get through that room without the... A tempered sword, though. Odds are I'm gonna get myself stuck down here. All right, we got one. Okay. That tempered sword is really nice. I think I might make a go for the boss room here. If I die on the way, not that big a deal. I'll just come back later. I didn't even have magic to lay a Samaria block here. Alright, hopefully this works. If this is a beatable boss, that's awesome. It's probably going to be another Trinex. And that's not awesome. All right, Dark Turtles. This next room, not this one. This one is the one I'm worried about. I've watched tournament players get wrecked in here. Turtles. Got him! Okay, we're almost there. All this is going to be for nothing. When this is a boss I can't beat anyway. It is a boss I can beat. Okay. I don't have... If I died on Mothula after getting this far... That might be like, you should never play A Link to the Past again. Hey Emma, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. There was definitely some wrecking. But now we've won. That is a big sequence break. And now I can get the mirror. Oh wow, the mirror opens up everything. Holy buckets. So getting that hint that the mirror was in King's Tomb, very big. God, the mirror just opened up so much. Including Ganon's tower. But really, there's not a lot I can do in Ganon's tower right now. I don't have a fire source. I don't have the hook shot. So going to Ganon's tower right now is really not worth it. We can get into desert to get that blue mail. No fire source for desert though. Probably not gonna break sub 2 at this point. One of the dungeons I completed was out of logic, and I am having, I don't know, maybe if things start falling into place, it's possible. Like, I really need a lamp to start doing some of these dark rooms. But we are gonna go up to, oh, I can't even Harapot. I'm gonna have to do the long way. Actually, I might not be able to do the Tower of Hera at all. If our way up is locked in the basement behind a fire source. Well, we'll figure that out. Though first, before Hera, I am gonna go and do Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave. Actually, no, Paradox Cave first, then Hera, and then we'll do Spiral Cave after. Actually, no. I'll jump down. I'm going through this from I usually go to Paradox Cave from the hookshot side. So here we'll go to do Spiral Cave first, then we'll come back up through Paradox. Then after Paradox, we'll come back and we'll hit Hera. Hopefully with a new shiny fire source. Don't forget to scout the island here. Just a heart piece, so we don't need that. And that fairy lets us use beams to hit those electric things. Now I don't have beams. Thanks to the magnificent dodging Moldorm. That thing just made me look awfully foolish. Same with me not falling in the pit there. That was, not great. Alright, Spiral Cave was garbage. Paradox is gonna come through though. That's 7 items. Oh, I can also do the first check a hookshot cave and Super Bunny. Got a lot of options here. And Paradox, you are not looking that great right now. This seed is like just little tiny breadcrumbs that are scattered all over the place. Hookshot, fire source. Oh boy. Ice rod. Well, that's half of the Trinex equation in Eastern. I hate this D-pad. I need an original Super Nintendo controller badly. I don't know if that's far enough over. Okay, good, it was. I was very, very nervous about trying to make that. Is Turtle Rock in logic? If I can get into Turtle Rock, I have Samaria. If nothing in Turtle Rock is locked behind the... Well, no. You'd need a lamp to get through Turtle Rock, logically, but... It is ether. That is really... That's ether. It gave me Samaria early. Kinda looks like the game wants me to go into Turtle Rock right now. I mean, what else do I really have? Well, there's a lot of mirror checks to be done still. There's Smith Chain. Compass to Meyer. This is going to be another situation where in about a half hour, I'm saying I should have went into Turtle Rock right there when I had the chance. But I didn't go into Turtle Rock. I mean, I guess while I'm here, there are a couple items I can grab out of Ganon's Tower. Maybe we'll get bailed out here. At least the music is good. Light of Mankind is a great track. That is not... Silvers, okay. Well, if we find another Vitreous... Or like, say, an Armos Knight... I cannot do anything in that door. I don't have a fire source. You can tell how desperate I am by the fact that I'm doing Tile Room right now. I'm really just looking for something to make me... Turtle Rock is really shouting at me right now. There's like that one early check... And there's a couple early items I could potentially get in Turtle Rock. Vindicated. Wow. Wow. That is probably the biggest I have ever been bailed out in my life. We're gonna get that just for the sake of... Why is the compass not tracking for me? Yeah, I desperately need the lamp, but getting the flippers in Tile Room when I only had 4 items I could check in Ganon's... I wasn't even planning on going in here. I just happened to walk by Ganon's Tower and get close enough where I set off the crystals. So basically, I stumbled into success. Alright, who's the boss in here? Almasaur? Alright, just give us the big key right in here. If it's a small key, we're fire locked. If it's a big key or the hook shot, it's the big key, we can keep going. And this is the long way, but actually let's take off the mirror so I don't actually accidentally mirror myself out of here. Wanted this, I want to go in the door here. That was close. Yeah, nobody likes Laura at all. She is the worst. The counselor at Crystal Lake that all the kids hate. Alright, that's 2 items. I already knew that. Okay, but this is good. That was both of the items. So we know the small key and the map are left, so we don't have to get any other items in here. We can just go straight through to Helmasaur. Helmasaur is really bad in this boss room, though. It just loves to sit on top of the opening on the floor. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, like that, I can't damage it. 13. Got him. All right, Triforce piece number 3. Oh, that must have been some kind of ROM hack. One I'm not familiar with. I might need to try to dig that up. I need to play every Friday ROM hack. Alright, so those flippers are kind of going to pull me away from Turtle Rock, which is good. What am I doing here? Why didn't I go to Desert and Mire? I mean, I don't have the fire source. But at least with Desert, I can at very least get the blue mail off of the ledge. Mire's also ether. I don't like that. So I have access to both Mire and Turtle Rock. But again, like, is it worth going into Mire right now? There's only 2 items available in there. I don't have a lamp to get to the boss. I can do Mire in the dark, technically, but I don't want to. Compass to Eastern, that would have been really useful earlier before I walked all the way in to find Shrinex. Well, I guess first let's grab that blue mail. Then we'll dip into Desert here. I almost jumped off the cliff. Ow. Big key, okay. Shield is in the castle. That is not a useful... I mean, I already got that it would have been a while before I went to King's Tomb. If I didn't have that hint as soon as I found the mitts. Map. Alright, hopefully this item in here, this room is the small key. Or a fire source. Small key would get me 2 other items. Okay. This is fine. We'll clear everything the next time we come back. We just have to go to the boss. Ideally, there's a fire source back here, and we can just finish desert, too. Compass to Skull Woods. That's good to have, because we haven't finished Skull Woods yet. Really? I was 1 pixel off. And at least if I clear out all of Mire now, it's not difficult to get back to, and I can just go straight to the back. It's only going to cost me a couple minutes. Yep, he's ready. Chrono's ready for Jason. Or Laura. Probably more Laura. Alright. A hook shot would be a really nice game. Hint, hint. Look at the mirror shield doing work. Let's see, so there's only 2 items that we can get in here. We need to find the big key while we're at it. Who's the boss in here? Blind. I mean, I could certainly try to do the basement in the dark. I've done it before. I mean, last time I tried it, I died in the room trying to lay the Samaria block, but... yeah, those... I need to remember that the mirror tiles, it's like a grid. I've got to be standing on the right spot on the grid. And I'm never standing on the right spot. Why am I going this way? I mean, that's the big key. That's nice. This would have been the rare God Mire if I was in Go mode right now. But I'm not in Go mode. I'm looking for a fire source. I think when I get all the way through, though, I am going to at least make an attempt. Can't do this. Actually, I can't do any of this stuff. I don't have a fire source. So those 2 checks... we're not getting them. At least right now. I mean, maybe I'll get really lucky. And one of the chests, there'll be an item in one of the chests over here, and those 2 will just be small keys. That would be ideal. And then I'd be able to somehow beat the boss. And then we'd have 4 Triforce pieces, and I'd be done with this place. Come on. Item. Give me an item. Nope. Had to be 2 small keys over here. I'm gonna give it a try. The worst that happens is I die down here, or I can't find the Samaria block. The best that happens is I somehow manage to get through the basement in the dark, and we don't have to come back here. All right, part 1 done. Part 2. Where am I stuck? I'm not through this part already. What am I getting hit? There's a spike in here. Man, I got that. I thought this room was supposed to be, this was supposed to be a little easier. We're just gonna leave. Not worth arguing with. Now I have to go buy my potions again. See, we know who the boss of Swamp is. Swamp should be a pretty simple clear. Actually, no, I don't have hook shot. Swamp is not a simple clear. I need a fire source. Alright, we're gonna go up here, go do Graveyard Ledge, and then we're gonna do Smith Chain. And by the time Smith Chain is done, we will have a fire source. Actually, there's really... Yeah, if there's nothing here between here and Smith Chain, then it's gotta be in the first chest of Swamp, because there's nothing left. Why'd I go around that way? We're looking at like a 2.5 hour seed at this point. I still need, hook shot, fire rod. Unless all these items are just grouped together. That's not a good start. So let's see, we'll go do Smith Chain. We'll grab the purple chest, then we'll go get all those mirror checks. Oh, there's also hammer pegs. I'm not going to be using the flute to get around there, because we have mirror checks to do. And imagine how much worse this would be if I had well, no. The flippers haven't really done anything for me. I probably would have been just fine if I had done this stuff first. And then came back and well, no, I probably would not have done Tile Room then. If I wasn't desperate to find like a fire source, aka the lamp. I saw red, I thought lamp. Oh, that's right, there's still Turtle Rock. I remember I said it's about a half hour from, I said it was probably like 15 minutes ago. A half hour from now, I'm gonna be saying I should have went to Turtle Rock. Just like how I avoided Pod and my progression was there. And it's not progression, but I do like Butter Sword. Okay, so we've got Cave 45, we've got Purple Chest Turn-In, we've got the first chest in Swamp, and we've got Turtle Rock. This is definitely the most item-dense stretch here. Like, the best checks per minute. Lamp, fire rod. Lamp, there we go. Now I can go back and finish Meyer. And after Meyer, we could potentially go into Desert too. See if that boss is beatable. So what else does the lamp even give me? The lamp gives me more in Pod. There we go. Fire locked fire. Actually, no, what am I doing? I didn't even have the hook shot yet. So Smith Chain was the answer. We didn't have to worry about going and doing any of that other stuff. Why do you do that, Stream Elements? Alright, now I'm gonna try to see where I got myself stuck. We're gonna kill Blind. Then we're gonna go into Desert. Hope the boss isn't, actually, we can do Trinex. We just have to hope the boss in Desert isn't Argus. Once we get hook shot, all bosses are clearable. So I really just need hook shot. And I mean, hook shot could be right side Ganon's tower. Also, Turtle Rock is very open now. There's a lot of items in Turtle Rock. We still got 2 left in Pod. So I did this. Then we went here, and this is the room with the spike. So where did I get stuck? Oh! I was stuck on a pot. All I had to do was pick up the pot. If I would have picked up the pot, threw it on the ground, I could have went through. That was just, I should have pulled up a map. I'd have been like, oh, there's a pot there. Then I can do this part in the dark, no problem. I wasted 320 rupees because I didn't try to pick up a pot. Oh boy. Oh, this is actually a terrible place for Blind. Because you can't walk into the poison up there. Got him. I'm leaving an item behind in here, though. I'm gonna leave that behind and hope that that last item is, as long as that last item isn't hook shot, specifically hook shot, I'm fine. I don't like making gambles like that in this game because I usually get burned, but I'm going to assume that that one item I'm leaving behind is not hook shot. And I'm also hoping that this one boss in here is not Argus. Argus could appear twice in a boss shuffle. 3 different bosses will appear twice. But as long as this is not Argus, we're fine. After this, I could go back to Eastern too, get that Triforce piece. Then we'd be at 6. Can also get into Ice Palace. And we know who the boss of Skullwoods is. Well, we don't know who it is, but we can find out because we have the compass. Right, not Argus. Anyone but Argus. Alright, a second try next. So we know who one of our double bosses is. Don't worry, Trinex, we're gonna go kill your twin in Eastern after this. I love the Super Bomberman boss theme. I'm so happy I switched that. Okay, so that's halfway. I mean, as long as Ice Palace isn't Argus, we can beat Ice. Can potentially beat Skullwoods. So that put us at 8. Why'd I go here? We could do the Ganon's Tower climb to get to... No, I could take the right side to get to the boss in the basement of Ganon's Tower. But I can't do the climb. I could beat everything on the climb, but without hookshot, I can't actually get that Triforce piece. So, I mean, this is a very weird potential go mode if I'm not blocked anywhere by Argus. But it's too soon to tell. Argus can definitely appear in Skullwoods, so I'll have to dip in there quick on the way and make sure it's not Argus. We also have the compass to Ice Palace, and I can get in there. So if that's not Argus, we can beat that. We could beat Turtle Rock. Why am I killing that? I already went through here in the dark. kind of like I'm trying to really rush right now because I want to break that 2-hour mark, but with how rough this seed has been, I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, if I pull hook shot out of somewhere, we're fine. But I don't know where. Well, I guess maybe Ice Palace could have hook shot. But I'm gonna waste 10 minutes trying to icebreaker in there. Hey, Trinex, long time no see. Okay, just freeze. All right, piece number 6. There we go. Where to next? Skull Woods or Ice Palace? I think Ice is closer. Before I go in, I am going to pay a quick visit to the ferry here and get myself 5 extra bombs. So if I can't do Icebreaker, I want to make sure I can at least do the bomb jump. Oh, there's a hint tile in here. Maybe the hint tile will tell me where Samaria, or Hookshot is. It did not. Ow. I was gonna try to do the little bomb trick where you drop 2 bombs and kill all the pen gators, but I'm very skeptical about my ability to do. If I was comfortable doing Icebreaker right now, I'd do that because it makes this room much quicker, even though I don't necessarily know how to do it. But big key. Oh wait, who's the boss in here? It's Cold Stare. How very vanilla. All right, we'll hit the switch and we'll hopefully get Icebreaker, because I don't have a small key, and without a small key, the bomb jump is very much a chore. Here goes nothing. All right, we got the turn. Our shadow is 1 pixel into the doorway. This is exactly what happened last time. Like, so with the way this D-pad is, there's a circle around it, and it's very easy to press the wrong thing, actually. I wonder. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see if I can get away with this. I'm gonna hook up one of, I don't know which button is broken on this one. Why don't you unplug? All right. Let's see if this works. Was it the controller or was it me? See, so far it seems like it's me. It's not even turning to the left. Maybe that's what button was broken on this one. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to want to turn left properly. Like, I really got a pound on it. Nope, that didn't work. Yeah. No, they didn't patch this out. Can't believe I forgot Icebreaker. Yep, we're just gonna put the other controller on. We're gonna do the bomb jump. Oh, that sucks. And now the problem here too is with the bomb jump, if you don't have a small key, when you go in to do all this stuff, you're basically, you can't route this the right way. Okay, this is getting absurd. I hate Ice Palace so much. I'm gonna have to keep a save state and load it up to make sure I can get Icebreaker again before I do another one of these seeds. I'll take the ferry. I guess I won't take the ferry. Ow. Ow. I need this health for bomb jumps. Okay. Here goes. Gonna wait for the fire bar. Got it. Oh geez, no hook shot. Okay, I'm gonna cower. Like here, what do I do here? I can't, if I could go to the right here, this is fine. All the good items are right there to the right, but I don't have a key. And maybe the Freezor room will give me a key? The book. Still no key. There's a key. I gotta go check iced tea. I'm hoping there's an item in iced tea and it's not a dungeon item, and then there'll just be one thing left and I can just be like, okay, my hook shot is not going to be the one item left in Ice Palace. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Where do I go if I get up these stairs? I don't really know how to, I don't really remember the way through this normally. Okay, this takes us back to... Okay, if I can do this bomb jump, I can climb back up and get back to the good stuff. That's gotta be it. Ow. Okay, so there's got to be 2 items in these checks. Hey Bedwell, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you have a good trip. I forgot how to do Icebreaker. I'm not sure if it doesn't seem to be this controller. It seems to be that I cannot remember the turn where you turn to the right. So I'm having to do the bomb jump, and I need to relearn Icebreaker before I play this game again. Oh, GDQ. Or are you doing a commentary for... Was it... Are you doing anything for PGH's Wizards and Warriors? Or just a panel? Okay, that's it. It's like I thought I remember you saying you were doing something, but my brain is just like, I can't remember things. Spin and go. Cold stare. Gonna want to pop a potion before we go in there. Well, hopefully they get that. They get that. Block cameo. Is that, do you know like what time, what is the panel that you're on gonna be like on the main channel or anything? Because I always try to check it out when I know retro people there. All right, that sucked. Okay. Oh yeah, if you could, that'd be awesome. Are you allowed to say what the panel topic is? Of course. Always get bumped back. Okay. I know that's something that would have been really useful when I was first getting started. Like, I had absolutely no idea what to do. Alright, as long as this isn't Argus. I've been considering using my laptop to run like a 24/7 stream. Because I've got so many VODs that I could put up, but... I mean, laptops can definitely do it. But having a modular setup, it seems like that's something that would... It's definitely... I don't know how to use words. All right, we can beat this boss. Oh wow, that's a relatively old, isn't it? The whole gen thing confused me. I remember I stopped understanding processors when it was stopped being like, this bigger number is better. Now it's like some 5th gens are better than 7th gens, and it makes no sense to my small brain. Let's see, we got 8 out of here. Okay, 2012, yeah, that's definitely pretty old then. Just give me hookshot game. Oh, that's awfully convenient. This is the last pendant. I can just smear over and pull ped after this. I was worried I was gonna get locked out there. Yeah, like if I have if there's something about like processors or anything like that, or like building computer parts, I just contact a friend of mine that used to have his own computer repair business. I'm like, hey, what do I do with this? What should I buy? He's actually built my last every PC I've got since college. I mean, I usually, when I get a PC, well, I think I've got 3 since college. Yeah, we're not breaking that 2-hour mark on this one. Definitely not happening. Alright, is hookshot on ped? We'll never know because I went in the wrong spot. GV USB 2 is so good. Oh. Yeah, I'll take red mail. Yeah, I'm very like at this point I don't even know what bosses are in these other dungeons, so like I might go all the way to the basement of Ganon's tower and not be able to beat it because it's Argus. Or I might go into Turtle Rock, go all the way to the boss in Turtle Rock, and not be able to beat it because it's Argus. See, yeah, I cannot beat Swamp right now. I cannot get the top of Turtle Rock because the top of Ganon's Tower because I can't hover. Yeah, I'm glad when I bought my new one, I had to get a replacement GV USB 2 a couple years ago, and they were significantly less expensive than they are now. But I still have a Elgato HD60S, so I could shovel. I thought that was hookshot for a second. I could technically use that in a pinch. That's good that they took the presentation, though. And it's really good information for people to have. And I guess while we're over here, maybe we just do Turtle Rock now. Get your jam emotes ready. We are going in. I don't think you can use shovel against any bosses. I know you can use the bug net on Aga 1, well, against Aga. That is not a hook shot. Really wish I had the compass here. I want to know if... I don't want to go all the way through this horrible place just to have to turn around at the end and go find a hook shot. One, two, three. Well, yeah, you only get to dig up one item with the shovel. I mean, that could be my hook shot, but usually it's garbage. Alright, that is one item. What am I doing? There's no hook shot anywhere. Wait, why do I still have this on? There's a really cool trick I remember seeing to do the chain chomp room here. Something with Samaria? Oops. The chomp ate the block. No. There we go. Use the iframes when the block pops up. I mean, that setup, it works. As long as it gets the job done. Who cares if your gear isn't the most powerful, like on the market? That's going to be a small key. And I'm still going to check it just in case. Yep. That's always the fun part, is trying to... Sometimes you're limited by the length of the wires and the length of the cords. And you gotta get creative because your cords aren't the right length. And like my PC right now, it's when, I mean, I built it, well, that friend of mine built it for like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was using mid-level parts then. Like, this is not a very powerful machine. I mean, thankfully I bought a bunch of RAM before that started getting gobbled up in anticipation of data centers and stuff. So I have, what is it? 48 gigs of RAM. Wait. There we go. Isn't DDR4 is the stuff that costs a fortune now, isn't it? I remember looking up RAM not too long ago just to see. You've got to be kidding me. Well, at least now I know I can beat the boss. Oh, DDR5, okay. Yeah, I have 4. Bedwell, you probably know this better than I do. What is faster, a Go Mode Swamp or going to GT Basement? I feel like Go Mode Swamp would be faster. Oh wait, I need to keep getting this stuff in case because I need small keys. Okay, good. God, this is... I don't think I've ever not got a... Never... I've always got at least one piece out of Ganon's tower. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right side. Actually, I went into Ganon's tower. I only had 4 items I could get in there without the hook shot. And I stumbled into flippers in tile room. And that was what opened up that next step of the seed, was tile room flippers. I'd set that up wrong. Hey JR, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was very strongly considering not going, like, I wasn't planning on going into Ganon's tower. And then as I was walking over to Mir to Hera, I used all the crystals popped out, and I was like, okay, sure, I guess I'll go into Ganon's tower. And then I was like, okay, I can only get 4 things. I desperately need a fire source. So I went into tile room looking for a lamp, and came away with a much better, well, not much better, a lamp would have been better, but I came away with my flippers. Yeah, actually the nice thing about Gomode Swamp too is I'm a lot closer to the pyramid then. Like, it's after this is done, after Swamp is done, it's going to be a lot quicker to get to the pyramid to beat Ganon. But I don't go mode Swamp very much. Usually I'm always, since I'm very thorough with my checks, I'm always checking left side, so this is going to be very weird to see if I end up just out of habit trying to go to left side. So can maybe get this done by like 2:11? It wouldn't be great, but actually, I wonder if Argus, it's going to be a vanilla Argus here. No, it's another cold stare. So hookshot wasn't even needed. I do know Diver Down. Unfortunately, I seem to have forgot how to do Icebreaker, though. An Icebreaker was my favorite thing ever because I absolutely despise Ice Palace, so I've had to do the bomb jump. So I'm gonna have to, before I go back and do another one of these seeds, I'm gonna have to make sure I've relearned Icebreaker. Or figured out what I'm doing wrong. See, I would have just done GT Basement from, taken the right side to get to well, assuming that wasn't Argus. If the ice boss was Argus, then that would have been a lot of sadness. I don't need any of these items, it's beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't do the beams on the fire rod. I love Go Mode Swamp. Oh, and Mire was the rare elusive God Mire that I had to go around and do everything with because I didn't have a way to beat the boss at that point. Well, I did. I actually made it through the Samaria block room in the dark, but I forgot that there was a pot on the ground to pick up, or apparently I was in the wrong spot to pick up the pot or something, and I couldn't get through the room with the spike. Which was really disappointing because I made it through the harder room with the Samaria block with no problem. Alright, let's see how quickly we can get this done. The nice thing about I do like doing Swamp last on this. If you haven't done Aga and you can't just reset back. Anyway, I've got silvers, I've got butter. I've got cape because I'm still absolutely terrible at phase 2. I should learn how to do that dash thing where you dash inside the fireballs. Easy game. Oh, where you use the hook shot to give yourself iframes when he shoots the fireballs? I should learn that. Right now, I'm so heavily reliant on having Burna or the cape. I mean, I've done Master Sword Ganons. I can do the Ganon without silvers without a problem. My big issue is just getting through phase 2. And a good spot for the torch glitch. Missed. I cannot get doubles, but that's fine. Okay, gotta finish under 210. All things considered, with how bad that was. Thanks for the GG's, Bedwa. Yikes. That was certainly a thing.